So this was a pretty stormy walk, but to be honest with you, a few hours before, it wasn't the wind that was causing the issue, it was actually getting to the start of the walk. And as is often the case, the most dangerous part of the journey is usually the drive to and from the location. And it's usually a bit of ice on this road that causes us issues, because we come up here to do a bit of winter climbing, but today it was flooding, and something all more serious. Yes, there was a cock that would not move, and we spent quite a bit of time here hanging around waiting for the cock and the hens to move from the middle of the road. It wasn't moving, so I had to get the big guns out and send Jerry out to try and shoo these pesky animals away so we could get on our way. But they weren't even listening to Jerry. That finger pointing, not doing anything. Eventually they moved to the side of the road. Gave us just enough room to squeeze by without harming them. Note, no chickens or cocks were hurt during the filming. Anyway, we were soon crossing the next obstacle, which is a very narrow bridge, which led us to the car park at the start of the walk, where we got our bags packed up and axes on the bags and crampons and what have you, all set for a wee hike up a hill. It's got a nice path, this, isn't it? You can see where we're going now. I think Jerry, just up this bit here. Lovely. Anyway, so we're out again, and we're not. Usually when we hook up, we're out the west coast, aren't we? Yep. But we're not on the west coast today. In fact, we're going to a hidden loch, and you can't see it from here. Well, it's a hidden loch, isn't it? It's not a loch.
It's quite a big loch, actually. Yeah, I've not been there before, so we'll see.
No, either have I, which is good. But we're going to see. What's the name? Is it Ben Reid? He said he was going to be hanging about above the Lair's chamber.
It's quite difficult getting here, quite a benty road.
The benty roads, yeah. Well, you know what, we shouldn't get lost. I think there's a big muckle cairn up here somewhere as well that we surely can't miss it, you know.
I'm looking forward to a boosty lay.
Aye, a boosty lay. Well, I'll tell you what, when you have your boosty lay, I might get the brandy out. We'll have a bit of brandy. Right, let's get...
I think they'll know what it is.
Nah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know what he's talking about anyway. It's like we're talking in riddles. So, anyway, it's a lovely path up here. We'll report back in a minute. But at the moment, there's a storm coming in this afternoon, so we need to be cracked on so we don't get blown off the hill before it arrives. But at the moment, it's looking quite nice. Weather will be saying that. The top's clear where we're going. There's a wee dusting of snow as well, so we'll report back when we get up to this loch. Let's go. Let's go, yeah. There we go, that's the loch, isn't it? Look at that. Lovely, that's going to be the route. So we've found the loch, the hidden loch. And those of you who are knowledgeable about the Scottish Hills, you would have guessed where we were from our intro rant. And I'll maybe put a wee bit at the end about what those names were and what the hell we were talking about. Anyway, this is Loch Brandy behind us. And we're going to do the circuit round Loch Brandy. So basically you can just about see it in the camera, the rim of the quarry. Pretty nice glaciated quarry, isn't it, Jerry?
Like glacial cirque.
Yeah.
Loch in it. Nice. Good short day.
Bit breezy though, isn't it?
Pre-storm outing.
Pre-storm outing, so it's a short day where you can elongate this wall. You can elongate it as long as you want, but there's another known route that takes you over to the other loch above the Corbett, which is the Goat on Ben Tirren. But we're not doing that today. One, because there's a storm coming in. Two, we're both feeling pretty down with the cold.
Cold, yeah.
And three, we need to get brownie points for
bigger days.
For bigger days, exactly. So we're going to head up this feature here called the snub.
The snub. We're going to get snubbed.
We're going to get snubbed in the snub. Then we'll go round. So it's going to be windy up here, but we'll report back. The path goes up here, so we're going to head up here and round we go. Shall we?
Right, let's go.
Let's go. The loch sits at about 640 metres, and even at this elevation the wind was starting to pick up. It was forecast to be breezy, but not as breezy as it was going to be later in the afternoon and into the following day when the storm rolled in. So we headed away from Loch Brandy, and we're heading up this feature called the Stump, and it sits at about 835 metres, or the summit's at 835 metres, so it was a couple of 100 metres of ascent from Loch Brandy to the top. And as well as the wind picking up, it was starting to get a bit colder, so we stopped to layer up, get the hard shell on, get the goggles on, and just get a bit warmer as we headed up the mountain.
Right, as you can probably tell, we've geared up, we've got the hard shells on, put my goggles on. It was literally timed perfectly. Jerry says it's time to get geared up. And this blizzard's just rolled in. I don't know if you can see it, the loch's disappeared behind us. And I'm hoping it's just going to be a passing shower. This isn't the start of the incoming storm, so halfway up the hill, a bit more serious now, Jerry, innit? There we go, so let's get going, see if this snow blows through. Woo. Ah!
Wild. There you go.
The snow shower had rolled in, and with it was some gusty winds, which were blowing us about. But we were soon gaining height and into the snow, and before long we were reaching the summit of the snub.
Well, that's us at the top of the snub. There's a cairn there, and that's the high point at the start of the wee round. And we're just going to circumvent round the Corrie Rim, aren't we, Jerry?
Circumnavigator. Handrail. We'll handrail the Corrie Rim.
Yeah, the loch has disappeared into a greyness behind us there. We're hoping for some nice views. But it might clear. There was literally the last piece to camera was a wee mini blizzard swept in, wasn't it? It was quite breezy, so we layered up, and it was a bit of a trek up here. But it's given it another wee coating of white. You can probably see around us. It's nice and white. It's lovely. So
rocks are all for glass.
Yeah, lots of ice.
Glass. You can see it on the rocks, making it slippy.
Yeah, so we have to be careful. So yeah, we'll go round and see. There's some spin drift coming up over there. Yeah, go round and see how we get on, and see if this cloud clears. Might get some views, might not. But yeah, let's go before it gets too cold.
So as we circled the Corrie Rim, the winds were certainly howling up the loch, up those cliffs, and blowing us sideways, especially the closer you got. It was a fierce, fierce wind. And this route sort of drops down, as you go round the Corrie, it drops down to a low point of about 780 metres before we head back up to the second hill of the day, which was Green Hill. But we had some fun in the wind. It was that strong it was holding us up if you leaned into it. So care was required, but yeah, it was a bit of fun.
Oh, the problem is I don't know if you want to hear me. I'm trying to shelter my microphone down here. But we're at the halfway point, and there's Jerry's the wind gauge on the hula. Anyway, we've been up the snub. Don't know if you can make out behind me. That's Loch Brandy down there, and we're going to head up Green Hill and then head back down, but the storm's hitting now, isn't it? Let's go! Hunkering down here, so we're not at the summit of Green Hill, we're just at a subsidiary top. I'm not too bothered about going to the top, it's only, I think, just about 20 metres over there. We just head over to it, I suppose.
I went further than that to get your lens cut up.
So my lens cap flew off while I was setting the camera up, and Jerry had to
go
walk
to
about.
Braemar.
Aye, Braemar, I thought you were in Norway. Christ, it was miles away. But yeah, it's brightened up a wee bit. I don't know if you can make out, the cloud's fairly scudding by, isn't it? It's been pretty wild coming round the quarry there.
Very lively.
Yeah, the wind's getting funneled up the wee loch and into the quarry, and then coming round there you would have seen us struggling against the wind, but all good fun. A bit of fresh air, but it's actually quite nice. You can see behind us the lights hitting the snub, and the sun's out now, so...
You know you're alive.
Yeah, we know we're alive, so we're going to drop down to the loch and go down to the Loch Brandy, and we'll stop there and maybe report back when we get down there. So, shall we go up to the top and then down?
Let's go.
Let's go. Oh, sorry.
So we decided to head to the high point on the round, which is a hill called Green Hill, and it's at 870 metres, and it was just a short walk from the cairn where we were hunkered down to protect ourselves from the wind, and we headed up to the top. It's a pretty featureless area. The loch and the quarry are definitely the highlights of the landscape around here. So we got up there and didn't hang around and decided to head back down and try and find a sheltered spot at the loch to have something to eat and to do a wee bit to camping.
I've just stopped back down here at the loch, had a bite to eat, and yeah, it's a bit sheltered here. It's still a bit breezy, but the wind's picking up. It's going to be pretty wild later on, isn't it, Jerry? So we've
down in time.
Down in time, yeah. So I think about another 20 minutes from here we'll be back at the car. But this is just a wee loch, and Loch Brandy just over the top there. You can see the route we did. It's actually clear now. Lovely little circuit. Nice wee half day if you fancy it, and. Yeah, not too far from home. It was a good choice today because the Munros, Dreich and Mare aren't too far away, and they've been in the cloud all day, so...
I imagine another 1,000 feet above
aye,
what the wind would be like.
It'd be wild up a bit higher up, so it's a good choice today for a number of reasons. It was a good day out, so I'm going to end the video here. Thanks for watching, stay safe out there, and Jerry loves it that.
That's all, folks.
Are you laughing, hoping people are going to stay safe out there?
No, it's just that's all, folks.
That's all, folks.
Looney Tunes.
And I'll see you in the next adventure.